This is AthensGATV Meetup. AthensGATV.com is where you can sign up to get the mailing list that we send out every month to let you know about the next one. So for the ones that don't know about that already. What we have is a, last month we kind of had some discussions about working with students and working with the youth in different ways. And I'm sort of wanting to continue a little bit of that conversation this week with Marty. He's from the Athena Student Learning Center. So I'm going to talk to him a little bit about that. Sally is with Envision Athens, who, if I don't know if I'm going to get this right, but basically creating like a 20-year plan for Athens and sort of implementing different aspects in different parts of town in different ways. I was a part of their Create Athens meetups that they used to have. They don't do the meetups anymore. You were there too.
Yeah, we still do them.
Oh, you still do that? Okay,
yeah,
all right.
small,
So
yeah.
I wasn't sure about that. So they're going to be announcing, talking about something that is being relaunched because of that.
Yeah.
And then Manny is a photographer and a sports anchor. So we're going to let him have a chance to talk a little bit about his experiences as an artist in Athens. Camille works with Captivate, which she's got some merch up here, a marketing firm here in town that is working with Envision Athens to relaunch that website.
Yep.
So I'm going to let you each talk a little bit about what you're doing, and you know, if you've got a formal presentation, go ahead and just do that. But anybody want to start on this side?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm never too formal. Hey, Camille Hayes, Director of Marketing for Captivate. I also remember when we got this space at Athica, so I came back to Athens in 2017, joined the board of Athica, and just wanted to dive into the art scene. And then in 2020, I got involved with Create as part of Envision. And so, yeah, we were all on Zoom calls and stuff back then, which was wonderful to kind of break up the, the distance and everything. Yeah. And had formed some committees, worked on a lot of initiatives for basically how to, help artists in this time when, they couldn't have their gigs and everything going on. So yeah, that is like near and dear to my heart. I started tinyATH Gallery in 2019. So I've had countless shows there that basically all is right down the street in Cleveland, and it's a different local artist every month. So anyway, there's that. And
little tiny closet of a space.
Tiny. It's
so
tiny.
That's why it's called tinyATH Gallery.
Yeah. And then I started almost 2 years ago at Captivate as a graphic designer, and now I'm Director of Marketing, and at its core it's like a branding agency. So it's been really fun to bring in all these kind of Athens projects and working with nonprofits like AthFest and other events like Twilight, and bringing them kind of in-house because I've been working with them for a long time. So yeah, it's been great. And then working with Sally, it's been really fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Of course. Yeah, she's great.
And Captivate. So when I say marketing firm, am I correct about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's Captivate Marketing with a K and an 8. But yeah, like at its core, it's branding first, kind of. So we like to start with visual brand messaging and then kind of build it out from there. But we also do website development, WordPress custom development and design, and then the branding, and then also marketing. We do social media management as well as like full marketing campaigns. And all of that.
And what size of team works with the business?
When I started like 2 years ago, there were maybe 7 of us, and now there's more.
Wow.
But like, I mean, maybe like tops 15, maybe?
Where are you guys
Somewhere,
located?
yeah. Literally like right up there.
Yeah.
So like 2 doors down, three doors.
Not in the warehouses that you work?
No, yeah, in here, but like upstairs at
Upstairs?
yeah, so yes, there is. Not all of them. This is obviously like this, but
You used to be located in the other warehouse, correct?
Athica did. Maybe Captivate. Yeah, they've been around since 2011, so I know they popped around and were by Mouvet for a second, and maybe also Chase Park, in another place, and then I think been in here since like 2018.
Cool. So one thing I wondered about Captivate was knowing how big your team is, I assume that different people on the team have different things that they work on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, somebody might be more of a graphic designer, whereas somebody else is more on the branding side or whatever. Do you guys work with other creators outside of your business, or is it really only in-house kind of team?
Most things are in-house, but we definitely have, partners that we love working with. So one is Bed Productions, and they actually used to rent part of the space before, and so we, for any like super heavy lifting brand videos, commercial video work, that's who we, trust. So they're a fun group of guys as well. You might already know them. So yeah, we definitely have like partners in the community, but now kind of as we're growing organically, it's made sense to bring a lot more in-house. So growing my team and everything like that, as it
I didn't
makes
realize
sense.
how big of a team it was.
Yeah, I mean it happened kind of quickly in this, but like organically quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we love collaborating with people. So
Awesome. This is a weird question maybe, but do you work with interns much?
yes, I kind of just
Because that's something
piloted
I
this.
wanted Marty to
whole
talk
thing.
about eventually,
Yeah.
but like, I just maybe get.
You can definitely say more than me. I'm just,
But from the side of being a business that
Yeah.
works with interns, that's an interesting, that's something that I'm interested in personally. Because as JOKERJOKErtv, we're trying to work with some interns on different projects and things like that. So we're just getting started, so it's a little awkward, getting started, but figuring out how
I get
it
those like
works.
awkward moves too. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then just be you and just
Yeah.
they're them, and everyone can learn from everyone. So
Yeah.
that's kind of the process. But
That's cool.
yeah, happy to chat.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, Manny, tell us a little bit about what you do.
My name is Manny Arnold. I'm a 16-year-old photographer and sports anchor at Athens Pupil. It's a new upcoming news source that we're trying to expand outside of CCSD into like the bigger place of Athens. But I've been doing photography since 2022. I started off formal doing events, and then I switched over to doing sports pictures, and I just switch back and forth now. So I have one page for formal and the non-formal like sports and stuff. I expanded the sports one because it was more business inside of that one, and everyone liked that. And I just started sports anchor. It's something I just caught on too quick because I used to talk on the radio, for me and you radio, and just a fast learner. I'm looking forward to starting to do videos for content creators. I've been trying to find more arts that for like photography, and that's.
You work with growth and stability? Gas, no? Thought they're doing something.
No, I noticed that you had 2 Instagrams. One was 100
100-star media.
100-star media.
And sports one was Mar2X film.
Say that again.
Mar2X film.
R2X. All right, yeah, I wasn't sure, when I saw that, I wasn't sure if I had my information correct. But, so those are both you, and you split them in that way where it's more professional side and then the sports side?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. What drew you to the sports side of taking photography?
So I play sports.
Okay.
It's just something that came to me when like certain sports I didn't play or a certain season, and I was like, oh, this look cool. I'm gonna try this. Then I just started doing it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and like I don't know that much about photography. I know a little bit, but I can turn the camera on. But like I know, sports photography is real fast-paced photography. So like how do you, I don't know how you learn that to like stay on your toes with that, to catch the good stuff that you're trying to get.
So like being an athlete, it gives you a perspective of kind of what people want and what they're about to do. So then you'll catch on to like, oh, I want this picture because it has a better outlook of what someone wants, or like I want this one because it looks very creative. It's just what like the outlook you want.
Yeah.
What kind of camera do you use?
I use a Canon T3 and I use a Nikon.
Okay. What's your favorite lens?
I don't right now.
Still figuring that part out. Well, I mean, you try a bunch of different things, and then you find something that kind of like You know, I mean, you could probably attest to that too. Like you find the equipment that you just like, this is it, this is what I want to use.
Yeah, being sports photography is a different animal, so
Yeah.
you gotta have a really nice, zoom lens, I'm sure, right? Because you got to stay on the sideline, especially for football, you can't get out, getting close up, so you still want that close shot.
Yeah. So are you doing it for the like high school sports or?
Right now, I'm in the middle of, like, on Thursday, I have to take pictures for middle school track. But, like, I've been doing middle school, high school. I got a little bit of elementary, but then I'm trying to expand and look into college, academy schools, all that.
Nice. Oh, yeah, maybe you can talk to Marty. Yeah, we should about that a little bit too. Yeah, nice, okay. Well, tell us a little bit about like one of the things that we were talking about earlier is, like as creators, we're sometimes there's struggles, and we have to like get through those struggles, to do what we do. Like, and you said that you had some of that. What have you had to struggle with to like get to where you are now?
So, like I said, I'm an athlete, so it was hard to try to balance the schedule of being able to play sports and take sports pictures. So I had to start leaning on events, but then at the same time, people didn't really know who I was, so it was a hard get off. So when I got to get off, I had more clientele, but then I was working on one camera and one battery.
Yeah.
And that wasn't good. I was running low on battery quick.
Yeah.
So then after that, it was like my hands were not still at all, and that is not good for sports.
Yeah.
I figured that out the hard way.
Yeah.
So then I had to learn how to get a better grip, and it was kind of wonky.
Yeah. No, I get it. Like, I the equipment that I have and I use, like, a lot of it, just figuring things out, once you finally figure it out, it's like, all right, like it clicks in. And I'm jealous of like some of the students that work at the school because they got a lot more access to stuff that I wish I had access to. But, so the, you talked about the sports announcing. What was that? What was the show?
Athens Pupil.
Athens Pupil. And is that on YouTube or anywhere?
So our first show is either going to be at the end of this month or in the middle of next month, and that's going to be on Roku apps and YouTube.
Really? How did you guys manage to put it on the Roku and stuff like that?
We had to connect with Mr. Bosby. He teaches at
Okay.
ACCA.
Okay. I've been talking with Michael Bosby, right? Yeah. I've been talking with him a little bit. He told me a little bit about, so that's the studio you're using?
No, we're not using his. We're using Me and You Radio studio.
The what?
Me and You Radio.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Where's that?
That's over there by Bishop Park. I forgot the exact location.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Sunset.
Those like office spaces over there, but yeah, okay. I think I know about that too. Oh, awesome. Huh. Well, we had Michael coming in at one meeting, but he couldn't make it because of other things. But I hope to get Michael here sometime, talking about his program, because I was pretty blown away that there was a movie studio, basically like a TV studio at the school. Mm-hmm. And even the elementary school around here has their own like sort of, media branch, and I'm just like, wow, that blows my mind. So yeah, pretty cool. So so you said the first episode is going to be released soon?
It's going to be released either the end of this month or the middle of next month.
And how long has it been, how long have you been working on this episode and getting everything together and ready?
Since January, but we couldn't air the January show due to the lack of events that was going on. So we had to bunch it around and come to another date.
Yeah, get more stuff to talk about, to be able to fill out the whole show.
How many people are on your team?
So it's 3 anchors, and it's only like 3 members really. But we all have to go around and do the like do camera equipment, all that.
Yeah, and you're live streaming it, or are you gonna pre-film and then release it?
We're gonna pre-film. We're gonna start our pre-filming and releasing, then we're gonna end up live streaming.
Okay, alright, cool. Let's see, I don't know, is there anything else that, anybody can think of that we wanna ask Manny about what he's doing?
I have a lot of questions, so I don't want to.
No, go ahead, like, it's his audience too, so if you got questions, throw them out.
No, that's all right. I mean, I was gonna ask you, you guys share editing, you're all learning
Good question.
how to edit the footage and everything?
So we do 8-minute segments. The other two students, they already took like classes. I haven't took any. It's something that came to me since I was in middle school. So I've been learning by myself.
What software package?
Adobe,
Mm.
and I use a little bit of CapCut too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been using, I don't know, you heard of VSDC? You heard of that? That's the one I use. It's sort of a free download. So if you're looking for something that you can use for free, VSDC is pretty nice.
I can't get away from the Adobe family.
Yeah, if I had Adobe, I wouldn't worry about VSDC. No, yeah, okay, well, good luck with what you're doing. I can't wait to see it. And I think I'd love to talk to you more about, a Joker TV and like, because one of the things that we like to do is if people are doing their own show, if there's a way for us to like talk about your show on our show, or even, have a segment from your show, like clips or stuff like that, just to kind of show what's going on in the community and around. I'd love to do that with you. So that's
Yeah, you'd be a great guest.
yeah. Have you guys on, maybe the whole crew come on and like talk about everything. Maybe after this first episode or at some point, we'll talk about that if you're interested. So, all right, moving on. We'll come back to you.
At 16, I got a real question.
Oh yeah, okay.
How do you focus? How do you stay focused and balance all of that out with schoolwork, what you like to do, and with you taking pictures and doing sports? How do you stay out of trouble? How do you keep the brakes up?
Good question.
It's all a mindset thing with my mom. She keeps me in line.
That's a young energy.
Yeah.
Staying busy.
Well, we get.
What's your
we'll
favorite
circle back
sport
around.
to photograph?
It's gonna be between basketball and track.
You've been invited to the UGA basketball?
I haven't got there yet.
Yeah.
Won't be long. Won't be long.
We're gonna be pro cycling after Twilight. We'll chat after this.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. What's on that? That's good.
You like hockey at all?
Yeah.
I always wanted to shoot hockey, but I ain't never seen it.
No, like we got the hockey team here now, and I've been to one game. Oh man, it's so much fun. So, I can imagine shooting some of that. That'd be really cool. How do you? How are you? I guess this is kind of a question. Like getting clients or getting work. Are you getting paid work?
I've been getting paid work and also volunteering.
Okay. Yeah.
It's been, it's just a mixture because certain stuff I just want to go out and shoot, and certain stuff people just tell me, even if I don't want to do it, I still go out and do it because they tell me to, and I just put my all into it.
Yeah. And I mean that gives you the experience and stuff you can show off as, hey, this is what I do, to get those other clients too, right? But what paid clients have you got? If you can name, I don't know. Might be digging too deep.
Some basketball.
Okay.
It was some events that were held at a church.
Okay.
That's all I remember.
Yeah. So did they like look at what you already had like posted on your Instagram or something and find you, or did you seek out the work?
It was a mixture of both.
Okay.
Some people had seen what I was posted, and some just heard that I know how to take pictures.
Yeah, I noticed your Instagram looked good, like you had a lot of cool stuff there, so, yeah. All right, let's give those up one more time, if anybody doesn't know, 100 Star Media, and then what was it?
Mar2X Films.
Mar2X Films, okay, So that's his. All right, so Sally, you have sort of more of an opportunity, I think, for a lot of people here. So I'll let you just kind of take the table and talk to people about that.
Yeah, so I work for Envision Athens. One of the things that Envision concentrates on is arts and culture in Clark County and Athens and the surrounding area. So I've been at Envision since April of 2022. And when I came on, it was a little bit of a slow rev back up for Create Athens. But once we started meeting again, something I could really we could really concentrate on is the Athens Creatives Directory. And so I don't know all the history, like you and Camille have more history than I do about it, but from what I understand is that it was kind of created in 1920, something like that. And the Athens Creative Directory is a website for local creatives to put what they are doing online. So if you think of like any directory for anything, you might look up something specific, but then it'll point to where you need to go, and then it gives you more information on that. So let me back up. So we started coming together, and we looked at the directory that I was already there and did some research about other directories in other cities similar to Athens or places that were known for their creative culture. And our directory actually looked really good. A really good job was done on it. However, it was time to update it because a lot of the stuff that creatives had put on it was dated, and so we just kind of just need to overhaul it. And so we looked in the community at some marketing places that we could collaborate with. Since Camille was at Captivate, Captivate stood to the top as the place that we could work with, and so we started working with Captivate. The members of the team who were really instrumental in it was Envision to keep meetings rolling, but of course Camille and Captivate. But also this is the website is funded through Athens Clark County government. So this is our local government really tapping into putting their investment into our local creative community. And so we just kind of went through the whole thing. Like Camille was talking about all the branding, marketing, all those things, and we did all that stuff with Captivate, and they redesigned the site. Now it's even more beautiful. And we had our soft launch
February 13th.
Yeah, February 13th, a couple Thursdays ago, here locally. Now, soft launch meant that we kind of scrapped the old website, and we want our creative community to build up the new website. So we had a couple folks put their stuff on there. Camille actually tracked down a couple folks to put their stuff on there as kind of like our guinea pigs, for lack of better words, to see how easy it was to put their stuff on there. And then we had the soft launch where local community was invited. And the soft launch isn't just the only day. Like you can put your stuff on there as a creative for eternity. Like there's no hard cutoff for that. I'll say the things I like about it and what I miss on it. You fill in, if you could, Camille, because you know more about it than I do on some different ends. But I'm not coming to it as a creative. I'm coming to it as a buyer. So the thing I love about it is that, let's say Manny can put his stuff on there. It'll be exactly what he fills out a Google form. It'll be exactly Manny, you may not be able to, and I'll tell you why. That's because you're under the age of 18. We have to have people on there 18 or above. Or Manny's mom could put some stuff on there and circle it back around to Manny, and that would be fine. So anyway, you put your stuff on there. You need to live in Athens or the surrounding counties because we know we've got a lot of amazing individuals living right outside Athens that contribute to our creative community. And so then, I'm going to pick on you for a little bit, hon. It's just whatever you want to put on there. So you could pick up to, I think, 5 images to have on there. Pick your best images, the things that really sell, put whatever information you want to. You could also have a video embedded if you're some sort of, video is a piece of your creative art or whatever you want to put on there. And then links to the things that connect you. It could be your Instagram, your TikTok, whatever, website, whatever, that links you to it. So me as a buyer, I might be looking for, I want somebody to do some photography of my son playing basketball. And so I can go on there, click on for buyers, and click photography, and then 20 photographers will pop up. and then I can flip through all of them and be like, oh, this one's specific for sports photography. Oh, let me check out his Instagram. Oh, I'll go engage with this person. And you engage with them offline, you know, on their own thing, like not offline, but off the website. You know what I'm saying? Like on their own thing, and then set it up that way. We made it, from what I can tell from the soft launch for sure, very user friendly, and Camille was a huge piece of that, so that it's not going to be something crazy in depth, and as a creative you get frustrated and you're like, screw this, I don't want to mess with this anymore. And we just had a meeting today where we you'll be allowed to do updates as well, and we'll want you to go in there and kind of look at your stuff and make sure it's all real relevant, make sure your stuff is still connected. The soft launch, or the building of the capacity of the Athens Creatives Directory, we're really going to be intense on that from now until June for sure, because we want to build up the capacity of it and then do a hard launch, for a better word, but push it to the community for buyers at AthFest is when we want to push it out there. And then that we're really tapping into, like I'm having conversations with Downtown Development Authority, Visit Athens, the Chamber of Commerce, to make sure that buyers in our community know that this is the place to go to find your photographer, to find your muralist, your DJ, your crazy cake baker, I don't know, you know, like it's very, God, it was amazing to me, the list of different avenues people could go down. Y'all could name something, I'd be like, yeah, it's there. What am I missing?
Yeah, I mean, I think that covers a lot of it. I mean, just, and another point to make is, like, you know, the flagpole is what it does, and we wanted to make sure that, you know, the directory is exactly what it says it is. It's a directory, you know, and you can go do all the search. You can, you know, drop down and pick things and search for people that might do 8 things, because it's Athens and most people do. As someone said recently, there are more bands than musicians in Athens, so yeah, here we are. Yeah, so, you know, there's like definitely calls for artists, grants, things that are resources for artists and creatives in general that will be listed there, like in the news section. But, you know, like flagpole's still our one-stop shop for like all events. Basically. So yeah, just like think of this as like the old Yellow Pages, but it's like way cooler. Yeah. Creatives, and it's fun. And
yeah. So you wouldn't exactly put like your band is playing blah blah on it, but you could take a link to this is how you book your band. Yeah, for something like that. Let me think, what else was that? Oh, and we do it, Camille and her team really have a cool, it'll pick a featured artist, so there will be revolving feature artists. It's not on the back end, the directory is not picking the artists, it just like magically picks artists. And so when you get on it, it's just pretty. It has like, hey, so you want to click here if you want to become a creative here or be listed here, and then I think member is the word. And then there's buyers. So like me as a buyer, I'll click on buyer, I'll click a couple things of what I'm looking for, go for there. But as a creative, you hop on there, you fill out a Google form, and then they pop back with a space for you to input all your stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you said this, is it free for artists?
Yeah, absolutely free.
Okay.
Absolutely free.
You have to put your street address. I hate, film locally, they ask for your street address.
you have to put your address in, but that's not at all public. That's just on the back end to make sure you're in one of those Athens or 5 surrounding counties. And then we also do open it up for students as well, but just so that, because, you know, students can go wherever after school, they have to put their graduation year, so it's like 18 and up, but, you know, students of the DOT or wherever, or any, you know, Athena, everywhere, can go also be part of the directory. They just have to put their graduation year if they're undergrad. Or, you know. So then we'll kind of like go through and make sure that everything's current.
Yeah. And we're continuing to meet. It's gonna, you know, this is the soft launch, so it's like fluid, and like if something's not working, we just, you know, call Camille or, you know, let them know what's up, and we're like, oh, this one little thing, there's a hitch in this giddy up or whatever, and so it's not, you know, nothing's set in stone.
Yeah, it's like a very collaborative process like, at this point, and we want everyone to, you know, come join and like let us know. Yeah, feedback is great. But yeah, so we want kind of, like you said, AthFest is the let's shout it from the rooftops.
Yeah, there will be continuous, I just had conversations with Flagpole today, there's going to be continuous ads and reminders in Flagpole. For right now we're going to be really building up the capacity for creatives, but then we're going to switch And it'll be like both to build up the capacity of creatives, but then let everybody, like say Sally, who is looking at the flagpole, and I'm like, oh, I need somebody to take pictures of my son. And so I'll be like, oh, I can go to this Athens Creative Directory. Let me hop on there, you know. So we're gonna market it for you as well. So it's super cool. The Commission of Cultural Arts is gonna, yeah, they're gonna be, I mean, ADDA, I mean, it's just gonna be marketed throughout. So that's the cool part too, is that you do your own marketing, and that's cool, but this will be market you as well, your connection to. I'm just trying to, yeah, all the ways that you can be seen out there. This is one of the additional ways to be seen.
That was kind of like the question why I was asking Manny about that, like how he gets himself out there, how he gets those paying jobs and stuff. Because that's hard to do. It's hard to find paying customers. You know, what sort of like reach out are you doing for buyers? Like how I don't know if
That's
that's
phase 2 of the marketing campaign.
Yeah, we're really,
Phase 2?
Yeah, that's phase 2.
Yeah.
We're just really trying to get everyone to sign up right now.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it'll be great to like do interviews, you know, maybe that's where you guys can come in and, you know, interview some artists and really like do, you know, full like wrap around, like hit every point.
That was something I was talking with Eugene about too, like, yeah.
I think something that would be helpful is you guys feel free to take these things with you, pass them around in whatever circles you run in or people you hang out with.
Put those stickers up in the bathrooms at the bars.
Yes, stickers, and then we've got the QR code that'll take you right there. But if it's a good experience for you, then let your buddies know that also are into this as well. I mean, we just want Athens to be continue to be a thriving force for our creative community. We want people to get paid for the thing that they're good at and they love to do, because that's what most people get to do, or happy
And
people
then that
do.
money goes right back to the local economy. So
Exactly, it's workforce development. So yeah, yes.
Are you taking feature suggestions?
Feature suggestions? No, it's just a revolving feature thing. Do you have a
No, I
suggestion?
mean for the, like how the website behaves.
Oh yes, absolutely. If you want to look at it.
Sure, yeah, I was playing with it while you were talking.
Oh,
and,
good.
and you'll talk about the drop down and, you know, clicking the things that you want. And the filters are additive. So if you click multiple boxes, it only looks for people that meet all of those criteria, which is the opposite of what I was expecting. So if I click photography and puppetry, there's nobody. But I want to see all of the puppeteers.
Well, also,
and all
there's
of the
only
photographers.
10 people there right now. So, I mean, I think that we'll have those, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
So
we
if it
can
was an
definitely chat
or
about
instead of an and,
that.
then
Or,
you
yeah,
realize.
Yeah, I appreciate you doing that because we have the expert
you don't want a
right here.
video.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You want both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Right.
That's awesome.
No,
Thank you.
Totally.
yeah,
Yeah, we can do that.
yeah.
But also tell your friends. So then we have, you know, by AthFest, I mean, a cool goal would be, I don't know,
100 at least.
I was gonna say like 350, but
That would be awesome, yeah.
yeah.
What'd you say?
350?
For how many?
Oh, I know.
hours do you want to-
Yeah, between now and then on the
Oh,
directory.
yeah. There's so many more than that here. so-
I know,
Oh, yeah.
but that's
Reaching
like
them.
a first goal.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's gonna be all
Get my
bands
dog.
for hire.
Yeah. You have something back there? Okay.
You were speaking earlier about the government funding everything. Because I found a problem with trying to get funding from the same people I'm trying to help don't kind of make sense. It's like, how do you go about seeing if you qualify to get the funding?
Oh, man. The reason why it took a year and a half is because we went through ACC Gov and their attorneys, but how it kind of flushed out was that the Office of Economic Development in Athens are champions for our local creative community. And so they were like, well, we can spend up to $10,000 on the update of this website. And we were like, okay, let's do it. So, but once you get ACC Gov in their funding strings, then it has to go through an attorney this, an attorney that, and all the insurances and things like that. So it was a bunch of hurdles to jump through to get Captivate paid for doing the update, but I'm grateful that it got done.
Is that through SPLOST?
No, I don't know how they got the money from it, but it was because it's economic development, you know, like it's helping us. helping people get paid, and that's how it happened.
Yeah, I
So it
mean,
wasn't like a grant or anything
no,
like
we just had to
that?
go through the hoops of becoming a vendor for ACC Gov in order to get, for Captivate to get.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question though, because I deal with a lot of grants or funding to help out individuals and or organizations or people or whatever, and yes, that is a process.
You'll have information about how to get some kind of grants and stuff like that for artists on the website itself?
That's something
Yeah.
that we'll look forward to doing. Yeah.
AAC. Yeah, I think we should have like at least quarterly grants, but yeah, that's definitely like a resource. So kind of like a news item, so as people have, but hey, like the quarterly grants up, come,
Yeah.
apply.
Is
That's
the AAAC part of it? Part of the team or something?
Yeah, I mean, and then create, and like on the committee.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Part of the team as well.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks. Anybody have any other thoughts or questions about it or suggestions?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, when you do, holler at me. I'm Sally at Envision Athens. There's only one of me. And I've got lots of stuff here for y'all to take with you today. And I'll leave some here at Athica as well.
And you have your card up there?
No, I do not have my card up here. I can write that down for you.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you so much. All right, so Marty Lang,
Yeah,
how are you doing?
I'm good.
You're last.
Listening to a lot of good people.
Yeah, this is really great. I love this. Thank you all for being here. So, I'll just give you the floor, I guess, and talk about your program a little bit and what you do. And like you gave me a tour, and I got a chance to see a lot of the things in action. So I think it's pretty interesting. But yeah,
Cool.
I'll let you have the floor.
Yeah. So I'm Marty. I'm the head of the graduate filmmaking program at UGA. I came in about a year ago, and I oversee a 2-year graduate program where students come in and they learn the above-the-line positions, like the major creative positions in making film and TV. So if a student comes into this program, they may want to be a director, they might want to be a screenwriter, they might want to be a producer if they're interested in more of the business and logistical parts of filmmaking. And we're in our 5th year right now. We're a brand new program. And we just got nationally ranked for the first time in November. So that was kind of cool. Thank you. So yeah, that was fun. But really, one of the big things that we're doing as the program's kind of evolving, we're looking more to Athens to become kind of more of a centralized hub. Right now, the way that the program works is that you spend your first year in Athens and you take your classes here. You'll make 2 or 3 films over the course of your first year, but then for your second year, you actually move to Fayetteville because Trilith Studios is down there. So that's a great opportunity.
Can I utilize an Athena?
We're going to do that now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So this current class that's down there, they're the last ones that are going to do that.
Oh, nice.
So now, when the new class comes in this summer, we're going to have both years here in Athens working at Athena Studios at the same time. So we'll be making quite possibly 30 to 35 films every semester, all here in the county. So one of the things that we're trying to do is to kind of source out, who are the folks that we can work with, whether it's, folks that have, wardrobe that we can rent, or musicians that we could potentially use as composers for our films and stuff like that. That's why I'm so excited about this.
Yeah,
creative
that was
director.
one of the things that we thought about, yeah.
What about
Yeah.
editing?
Editing, absolutely.
Visual effects.
Any kind of post-production, visual effects. I wish we had more visual effects folks in
You give
town.
me a
Welcome, Dave.
Yes,
right there.
we should definitely talk. Yeah, any kind of production work, we're looking to reach out more into the community to find out the folks that are doing that work. And primarily the folks that we found so far have been other UGA students, right? So that's kind of an easy place to look for first. But we've actually been able to do mixers over the course of the last year, and we've had students from North Georgia actually come down for that and offer their services. Georgia State students have come out here, and also local folks, who have an interest in either acting or working on crew. That's something that we're hoping that we can continue to develop. We got about 75 people come to the last mixer that we had, and that was really cool. And we had students who were music students that were in the graduate composing program, and they actually had sound mixers available with headphones so that people could come up and listen to their work. So that was kind of a neat thing. So yeah, the program was created with help from the state of Georgia, and I'm sure you guys know, Georgia's a big film hub. Atlanta's got a number of movie studios where films and shows are made. This program was created as a way to develop the sort of creative talent that will be able to create films and shows so that Georgia doesn't have to rely on people coming in from out of state, right? I'm originally from Connecticut, and that's where I started, and a lot of the success that Connecticut had in film and TV was because folks were coming in from California, coming in from New York, and we didn't really have sort of an indigenous, filmmaking core of folks. So that ultimately led to the industry leaving and going to other states and eventually coming here. So hence why I'm here now. That's a big part of our mission is to train folks for that. And we also work closely, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Georgia Film Academy. That's a sort of a quasi-workforce development agency that trains craft workers in film and television. So instead of the creative ones, the creative jobs, these are more of the folks that work the cameras, that hold the sound equipment, that set up the lights, those kinds of jobs, which are potentially very lucrative if you can work at them at a high level. So that's kind of where we are. That's kind of what we do. Every year our students make their thesis films, and we have a graduation ceremony at the Terra Theater in Atlanta, where we play the films for the first time. Athens Film Festival actually had 5 or 6 of our movies playing. Yep.
Yeah, I was going to mention that too.
So yeah, that was fun. I actually got to do a workshop there, which was fun. That's kind of what we're doing.
Well, I want to figure out how Joker could show some of those on too. We would love to do that.
Are they short form or long form?
So far, all short form.
Yeah.
The students make 4 films now over the course of the program. They start with a 3-minute short, very small, very contained. Then they move on to a 5 or 6 minute film, and then an 8 to a 10-minute film. And their thesis project is 12 to 15 minutes. So we try to make it a little bigger each time and introduce, some more elements to the production.
You need to work with them and get a little channel where you can start having a
Yeah.
repository.
We actually, I think it was called Pyre. Do you know about
Pyre, oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Dylan's film, yep.
They reached out to us. I think at some point we're going to have them on the show to talk about their whole production and what they're doing. And I guess it's a short, so we might even show it off once they're done with it, whatever.
It's a short film about in the time of the Salem witch trials.
Yeah.
And it's about a young woman who's approached by a representative of the Vatican, and they have a conversation to find out whether or not the woman is a witch.
Oh, wow.
And I won't spoil the ending.
Do you help any of the students enter into national film festivals or anything like that?
We do as much as we can. Right now, the entire program is 2 full-time people. It's me, and we have a production manager. Her name is Heidi, and she does the job with 4 people. But one of the things that we do regionally is I actually go out to film festivals to make connections with the folks that run them within Georgia. I'm actually going down to Valdosta in 2 weeks for the South Georgia Film Fest. And we have a number of students that are sending their films down there. The Athens Fest we work very closely with. They just started a crowdfunding campaign a couple of days ago, and I actually helped them create that. We're trying to sort of build the local connections first, and then sort of branch out, and then regional and hopefully national.
That's cool.
One of the things we talked about before a little bit, and I was hoping maybe you could talk a little more about this, but working with students as interns or even as volunteers is something that we're looking into do. I know there's a couple people here that are looking to do something like that as well.
Yeah.
Like, how do we tackle that? How do we get started with that?
Contact me.
Contact
That's the
me.
whole thing. We've got about 35 students in the program right now through both years. We're going to be slowly getting higher with the number to around 40 in the next year or two. And once everybody's here in Athens, they're going to have a summer semester off in between their first year and their second year. A lot of students are looking for internships in that time. So if there are folks that are working in marketing, that are working in video production, working potentially in photo work, all those skills, those students are looking to work and practice that stuff, over the summer break. We can set up something where folks can get, the students can get academic credit for those internships, and then the employer will get the benefit of those students working with them, over the course of the summer. So that's something we're hoping to do a lot more of. The majority of the internships that we've done so far have been in Atlanta because the second year students are down there for their second year, but that is going to change.
Yeah.
So we're definitely looking for folks here locally, who are looking for interns for whatever the work
Well, I'm
is.
hoping to be on top of that list. So.
Yeah. You already got
Yeah.
two of ours.
I've got a bunch of things coming up that like we got AthFest coming up, and I mean, just the, like me and you have talked a lot about this, and so people haven't had this conversation, but I approached you wanting to learn more about this, and like I was thinking, okay, well, what jobs am I going to give the students to do? How does that program work? What do I have to have insurance? I mean, things like that. It's like all these questions that are there that I can't find any answers anywhere. And so I came to you. I'm like, okay, well, how do we do this? And so one of the things you mentioned, I said, well, I need sponsorships for our show, like for the AthensGATV broadcast. I need sponsors. So can I send students out to get sponsors? Mm-hmm. And you were like, yeah, you can. And to me, to be completely honest, just to me, I'm like, am I using these students just to get what I need? What am I giving to them? What are they learning from this? And one of the things you explained to me that I didn't really see it that way was that they need that experience that they're going to be doing for us. Even though, yes, it's helping us, it's helping them too as well, because they get that experience, because then they're going to go on to have jobs doing that sort of thing.
Yep.
And they need that on their resume, they need that on whatever.
And even beyond that, there's a networking element to
Yeah,
students
yeah,
working in
exactly.
internships,
Yeah.
so their professional networks can grow.
Yeah.
Especially here in the local area, folks are going to stick around for a long time. That work that they do as an intern can lead to full-time positions in other places down the line.
So let's say, I'm going to pick on Manny again, since he's up here. Say Manny's got a job coming up, photography job that he's got coming up, and he needs help with it. How does he get help through your...
Contact the program. I can give
Is
you
that
info.
something that you can arrange?
For sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if there are students that are interested in doing that work,
Okay.
yeah, we can definitely do it.
What if you're not a student?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah,
And you want to intern?
Hi, Manny.
Thanks, Manny.
It's a little different of a situation if you're not actually a student for an internship, and the reason why is if you do an internship as a student for credit, there's an insurance and a liability issue that the university takes on, right? So if you go to intern for Joe's company over the summer, the university has workers' compensation insurance and they have liability insurance that applies to the student because they're taking a class. So you could still intern for any other place if you're not a student, but that insurance piece is something that's not going to be there. So that's actually a reason why a lot of businesses prefer to work with students, because then the insurance and the liability piece of it is not their responsibility when they're there, when the students are working with them. But by no means is that a lockout. Folks intern for places all the time. When I worked in California, I did 3 internships for free, not involving my university, because I didn't want to pay for the class. So I just went and I just volunteered. So that kind of thing happens all the time.
So, say if I made a small film or skit and I needed an intern or I need some help, how could I apply for an intern?
Contact us. Yeah, that's simple.
See, you're asking the same question I'm asking too, because it seems like there's a whole hurdle that you got to get over to get to this thing, but I didn't realize how easy it was to make something like that happen. I've never worked with interns.
You know what it is though, and a lot of universities kind of have, it feels like there's a wall set up.
Yeah.
And it's not, some schools aren't as inviting for that kind of thing.
Yeah, and some departments in UGA aren't that inviting either.
That's very true.
From my experience.
Yes.
And that was kind of what threw me off, because I was like, okay, well, this person over here is saying there's no way you can get interns. And then this person over here is saying, yes, you can get interns. And so I'm like, well, what? I don't
So you hang
understand.
out with the people that say that we can get you interns.
Yeah. Just work with those people.
Yeah, I mean, it's a common thing
Yeah.
in higher ed. Some people like to be sort of protective of their department and their students and stuff like that.
I mean, I don't remember what department it was, but they were like, I had to have a brick and mortar business.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was their requirement. And I was like, well, I mean, I definitely don't have that, so, yeah.
We wouldn't worry about that as long as you have a business. You
Yeah.
know, it doesn't necessarily where it is isn't so much of a factor. Yeah. Especially now, folks working from home and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's a very different world. All right. Well, I can let you guys know upcoming potential movies. One of the classes that I teach is actually a crowdfunding class, so how to work with websites like Kickstarter and to raise money for creative projects. And we have an alum of the film program who wants to make a feature film in Athens this coming summer.
Nice.
So my class is actually working as support staff for her to run a crowdfunding campaign in April to raise $10,000 to help make the film.
Oh, man,
And
that's
if
so
it's
cool.
successful, she'll be able to make it this summer. And I know she wants to shoot in Athens and in Bogart. So that'll be, something potentially if folks want to work in film, that could be an opportunity to get involved.
How do we, other than just contacting you, is the best way to get in with that, find out that information? Or
So-
do you have like a mailing list or something like that?
We don't have a mailing list yet because we're actually, the program's interesting. We're based in 2 different colleges.
Yeah.
So we're based in the theater department and we're based in the entertainment and media studies department. So there's 2 completely different areas that we're in. But if you guys are interested, you can find my contact info on the UGA site. I work in the theater and film studies department, and you'll see my picture on there. My glasses are off balance. So yeah, if you guys can email me from there, happy to kind of connect you, with any students that might be interested. We've already had folks come in and talk to the students. Bucks came in and talked a little while ago. We actually have the president of Athena Studios coming in and talk with the students tomorrow. Because he's got a movie that maybe shooting here in a little bit. So, yeah.
And just, I don't know, have any of you guys taken any tour of Athena or seen inside Athena?
I tried, but
Yeah.
it seems like a
You
hard.
definitely should go visit theirs.
Gatekeep pretty hard.
Find my email.
Yeah, get on this.
Find my email on the website. It's marty.lang@uga.edu.
I'm gonna get your information personally here. on that.
So
Sure,
one of the things that they did is, was it Deadbolt? Was that the name of it?
American Deadbolt.
What?
Yep, American Deadbolt.
American Deadbolt. Filmed at their studio and built a full set and so the students use that all the time. And I saw some pictures the other day where they're repainting it for a new thing, so they're reusing over and over that same set.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
We had a great deal with them. The filmmakers had no money to make this movie,
Yeah.
and they wanted to shoot on a stage, so they came to us, and we said, okay, we'll make you a deal. You can shoot on the stage for free, but when you're done, you leave the set with us.
Yeah.
So everybody wins.
What about people that have scripts that aren't gonna have something made? Is that something that is possible?
So the facilitation that we could do would be to introduce you to the students, and if there's anybody that connects with you as far as they really love the script, then you guys could work on that separately. We don't have equipment that can be lent out for projects that are not school projects, unfortunately. But that's something, I'd love to do that.
I don't know if you could adopt a script for a school project or how that works.
So on the undergrad level, that's actually something that could work. Our curriculum is really packed in the 2 years that the students are there, but on the undergrad level, I know the theater department is just starting up a film production program. I actually helped them create the curriculum for it. And there's a space for once a year, the whole department works on one movie together. So that script could potentially be something that could be used for that.
Thank you, everybody, for being here.
thanks for
Thanks for
having us.
coming in.
Thanks for having us, guys.